So my Slack screen told me to empower myself, so I dropped everything I was doing and did this video. But I know this content is very different from, like, if you look on my YouTube channel, I do a lot of crochet and stuff, but I want to do things like this, and I've been being taught, like, videos like this have been on my mind for a really long time, and honestly, it's a part of my healing. I was always so scared to do it because I know family watches. I don't want them to think I'm doing a certain way. But then I just kind of got to a point where, like, I'm a fucking adult. If you don't like what I fucking say, you don't like what I fucking say. I really don't care about it. And I think it's probably just like an internal thing. But what am I gonna do? Like, I don't know. Like, I just gotta rip the band-aid. I know the title of this video is kind of like crazy, but this is no shade to that sack. I've just been seeing a lot of people doing this wave of their gay experience, and I really think that's really powerful and impactful, and it really kind of brings a light on how life is, because a lot of times it is fucking shitty, and like people are always like, you make it your whole personality, da, da, da. You think I chose this? Girl, shut the fuck up. I really want to make this video to really show, like, just have a different perspective, because I feel like, as much as I like the like perspectives of other people, sometimes I just think of my younger self and be like, I wish I saw someone that was like me, just like androgynous femme, just like not like the standard twink or fucking jacked dude that's a fucking piece of shit. Just someone who's real and authentic and just themselves. And where can we start? Sixth grade, girl. Sixth grade, I realized I was a fan. Low key, my gay awakening was Zach Bagans on Ghost Adventures. Okay, so this is editing me. So I want to specify, like, initially I was gonna say that should say a lot about my type. Girl, that is not the case. I was 12 years old. I did not know what the fuck I was talking about. But let's just say I like them a little zesty, I like them a little different, I like them a little weird. Don't know if that makes me a red flag, but fuck it. But yeah, back to the video. Yeah, I ain't into those muscular men. I ain't into the generic ass boys. No, like, I I like them a little different. You know what I mean? Like a little alternative, just themselves, or a little feminine-ish. I don't know. I don't know. The guys I've talked to and been with have been interesting. We can say that. But in sixth grade, I came out, got bullied to almost death. People from my high school will sometimes swipe on my story now because, I left the state for college and be like, you're glowing, you're so much happier now. Yeah, because I'm not getting told to kill myself every fucking day or being a fucking target. Sixth grade, I came out, and then I was basically like, I felt like I was the opening to like other people coming out, because I swear the next year, like, all the fruitcakes were popping up like nothing, like fucking groundhogs, like it's Groundhog Day, but just for fat. And I definitely did use like the bisexual cover up, which did not work. Because clearly, I girl, look at me. Be so for real right now. I definitely learned very quickly that I was not really welcome with the way I look, with the way I present myself, my body. Um, I definitely kind of caught on quite quickly on how the gay community really is. And it's really shitty, because it's like you're not accepted in society, but then you're not accepted in your own beloved community. And it's just bullshit. And I also like don't really associate myself with the gay community because of how they treated me. And I know that sounds problematic, but like, what am I supposed to do when I'm not even welcome? When I don't ever feel welcome? And this is no shade to that Zach again. I don't know if I said that already, but I'm just saying my experience. So I remember just like going online, and I saw this like no fast no femme shirt that was like going on, and that I knew, like, yeah. And I explored a lot on femphobia in like my gay experience, my time at college. I went to art school and I graduated in May. Um and I did a whole magazine on that issue, and just really exploring that topic, because I feel like things like that don't always get talked about, or it's just like brushed under the rug, and people always are like, you always got to talk about it. But I'm like, if you look it up, I feel like it's so hidden. Or people, like other gay men, would just be like, ugh, it's nothing, like, deal with it. Girl, shut the fuck up. if you were like dealing with this, you would never be saying that stuff. Fast forward to high school, everyone know I was a fruitcake. Now the thing is, a lot of my friends were using like this friends app. Like, I don't even remember what the fuck it was called. Not Yubo, but I was on there and I used to be a fuck ass bitch. Girl, if I could go back in time, I would beat my own ass. Because why the fuck did I do half of that stuff? But it was just like this. It low-key looked like Tinder, but for friends. And like, you'd be like an early teen on there. I don't remember what it's called. That sounds so gross. That sounds very problematic. It was problematic, but a lot of us were dumb. Dumbass teenagers, okay? And I would swipe on there and trying to find cool people, whatever. And I tried to connect with gay guys, like people with like, same sexuality as me. And, a lot of rejects, which I'm like, whatever. But at the time, it was like, damn, what the fuck? Low-key, little me, sad as fuck. But there was this one time where this fucking twink, swiped yes on me. Like, he literally matched me and had the audacity to match me just to say the nastiest things ever. And, like, he was just talking to, I had like a photo of me with pigtails, just braids. I used to do a lot of braids in my hair, like just like the two pigtail like braid style. But I just didn't do like the French part or whatever. I don't know. Also, for comparison, this was me in high school. Very different, very baby face, very fetus, very much a child. Probably like, I don't know which photo I'm gonna do. It's either gonna be the ages between 15 to 16. I'm 22 now. This twink literally was like, don't you ever fucking add me again with those fucking pigtails. You're fucking disgusting. All this, like, literally degrading the shit out of me over the fact that I had long hair and pigtails. And that really showed me a lot. And it was really sad, like very saddening. It was just out of nowhere too. I feel like that's like one of the first encounters that I at least remember, because middle school and stuff, like I kind of like tuned out. But also in high school, there was a couple gay guys. Don't know. I hope they're doing okay, but they were really sneaky with me. I couldn't even have gay friends because they would be so judgmental to me. I had this crush on this one gay guy. He was fine as shit. Yeah, def over that. There was like these two others, and two of them used to like be together or something, but they used to talk hellish shit about me, which is like telling me to be a man because I have long hair, and that's like, I don't know, I guess disgusting to them or something. And they were just going off about me behind my back, and I was like, okay, so I can't even have gay friends. Definitely, like, no matter what I do, like, it's just gonna upset them. It just really got me thinking, like, damn, what the fuck, and seeing terms like mask for mask, no fats, no femmes, things like that. If someone says that, or I see it on a profile, or if I ever like knew someone who on a dating app they have like that in their bio. Now I don't use dating apps because they're bullshit. Like, I knew someone and actually had that in their bio on a specific app. I didn't see it, but other people have saw it. And ever since then I just saw them differently, because there's so many like layers under that. It is not It's fine who you like, but layers to unpack there. And it kind of shows the person that you are. Again, there's nothing wrong with liking who you like and having a type. I have a type, and I don't want Chad with the six pack and all of that. Like, I don't. You can have them. You can have the DL tops. You can have all of them. Like, I don't. And it's also, I'm not coming off. I'm not like saying this in a way. I'm like, "Ah, you guys have everyone and all this stuff, and I'm so like, no, like I really don't give a fuck." But it's more of an educational sense that I'm trying to say this. But like, a lot of times they push it to like really racist and stereotypical stuff, like no Asians and no black people and things like that, which is really gross, or it turns it fetishizing. Um, and that's definitely an issue that needs to be addressed. And I just feel like those phrases should not be even a thing anymore. Just have your preference. If you don't if you're not into somebody, then don't say anything. You don't need to put it in your bio. If they hit you up and you're not into them, baby, you're good at ghosting. then ghost them. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it's so stupid. So my last year of high school, I started like leaning into like femme presenting outfits. I was very definitely a lot more feminine than I am now. And listen, I was that bitch. Like, I was that diva. Let's be honest. Like, I could release her any day because I was that girl. I definitely got fetishized a lot, or definitely from like, so I never really dealt with down low men, unless this counts with down low men, because I refuse to deal with people who are that insecure in themselves. Um, and not to mention, I never really used Grinder. The only times I really been on it was I had like, I think one time I put my face on it, but it was literally just to troll the fuck out of people because I don't know, I'm bored. And it was in college, and I would do it with friends, and I'd delete my account. And then I saw certain people on there, and I was like, oh, I definitely became a target for men who were treating me as a fetish or like an experiment. That's definitely what I dealt with more. And that also felt degrading and put me in a spiral.
Oh wait, I forgot to say something in the video. Don't know where this is gonna be put. But I also am someone that's not really into hookup culture. Probably would already tell that. Or like cruising. Like I feel like a lot of gay men are very over-sexual and get over-sexualized. And all I see on TikTok is like men talking about cruising and like doing really unsafe acts or like doing dangerous things that can put them in really dangerous situations. And I ain't like that. I don't know, like no man is worth putting my life at risk. And personally for me, cruising ain't classy. I ain't gonna do nothing in the bathroom. Plus I don't want to get in trouble. What the fuck? But yeah, I don't know. I noticed that a lot too on like TikTok especially. No shame, but like I'm not like that. Very much not like that. So I can't even I feel like I can't even relate to a lot of like gay cultural things. I don't know. I feel like that's fucked up to say, but yeah. Okay, back to the video.
So here's a little relationship lore, situationship lore. So I will say my last official relationship was sophomore year of high school. So I've been single for like what, 6 years now. Listen, I used to hate being single until the reflections of the past year and a half or so. I really do like enjoy it. I won't lie. Like sometimes, yeah, feeling lonely is like normal. Like, like being single for that long, yeah, you're gonna have that, and that's totally okay. And I'm trying not to like beat myself up for that. And I only really date to marry, which I guess is bogus for people, but I'm like, if I don't see you in my future like that, then I'm like, I don't know what's the point. I personally think short-term relationships are the stupidest thing ever. And if you're just wanting a fuck buddy, then get a fuck buddy. Like, I don't know, hookup culture is all around you. Like, that's so easy to find. So I met this guy on Yubo. Now I've healed, girl. I've healed. I turned into a different person. If he sees this, well, girl, I'm not naming names. So, and this is a messy ass situation coming from my perspective, um, which honestly people could back me up on. It was my senior year of high school in the spring. I was graduating. I was in a life transition. I committed to my college, which was out of state in Minneapolis. I met this cute guy. It was like a British dude, long distance, whatever on Yubo, which should have been the first red flag, but also I was a stupid delinquent teenager. I don't know. He was cute. He was more on the alternative side, very expressive, super sweet. He was always talking to me. Um, I always asked like, hey, like, what are you into? Like, cause I also don't want to like deal with a down low man. Like, I tried my hardest to never deal with that, and luckily I haven't dealt with someone officially down low, and I don't plan to because, again, don't want to deal with an insecure man. Why would I waste my time on a bitch like that? He literally, was like talking to me all the time. He was so excited, sending me cute photos, like wanting to be together, all this stuff, and or like seemed that like everything seemed to go well. Like he was super sweet, charismatic, like lovable, whatever we would call all the time. So basically, like, there was a point of change where he wasn't talking to me as much. I was like, okay, we were getting busy. It was like closer to like when I moved to my school to move in there and start my college life. And I was actually like thinking about doing the study abroad program to also see him, but I also wanted to explore because I really like traveling. Um, so there's that. He started being really distant. So, I was always texting him and I was like, what's going on? And there started to be excuses coming in. Like, I don't know, like, sorry, I've been busy, whatever. It turned into like he's doing all these homework assignments or whatever. I don't really remember because I tuned a lot of this out. Nor do I even want to look at screenshots if I have any because I don't need to relive that. I mean, it doesn't trigger me anymore, but if it was like 2 years ago, baby, weren't I never, ever want to go through that again. When I tell you this man put me in emotional turmoil, oh, absolutely not. And he would do like the craziest stuff. Like, he sent me a photo of him in a maid outfit. You could probably picture the rest. And then he shoved a wine bottle up his. Yeah, so definitely some fruit in there. One time he told me he was gonna get a vasectomy, and I was like, oh, okay. And I thought that was kind of suspicious. And I'm glad I trusted my instinct because that is suspicious. Because I'm like, if you're like talking to me, I don't got a uterus. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of other excuses that he had COVID and how he's going to die. He even sent me videos of him having COVID. And it did look like he was sick, or he was like at the emergency room. I have bad lungs, all this stuff. It was always an excuse. It was always an excuse. And back then, I really did not have any self-respect, so a part of it is on me and I will take accountability. This man was still trifling nonetheless, so there was a little gut instinct. For reference, I looked like this. I was a crazy bitch back then, like extremely, very extremely. I was looking through their following, and it was definitely like no shade to these people. It was a lot of alternative women, but like wearing like very like revealing stuff, whatever. And I was like, okay. And then at that point I was like very like conflicted with myself. Like, I don't know. I had a lot of people around me during that time that were like trying to push me to be a certain way, like feminine wise, and it definitely fucked me up. I definitely had to get out of that. But that's like no one's fault, really. I mean, they probably didn't even mean it. I don't know. I just thought that was like weird. And then I noticed his profile picture. It was like a possum or something. And I noticed someone else having that. No shade to the other person involved. I'm not really gonna talk to about her that much because I'm not gonna put her on blast. Um, let's just say we friends. We friends now. I gained a really good friendship and a really cool person. Like, I'm being serious. Like, actually being serious. I'm being dead ass. And I was like, okay. Now I'm not even kidding. I know this like sounds like the short version, which it kind of is, but I don't remember a lot of it now because I tuned it out. And probably because of how bad this fucked me up. It was the 19th of December. We started talking 19th of March. So exactly like 9 months. He was talking about like, things aren't the same as they used to anymore and all this stuff, which was like out of nowhere and just like sounded like he was pissy at me. I don't know. He would basically just lie his ass away, and I didn't hear him for weeks. Like, he was not texting me. I decided to text his best friend. And he told me the truth that he was with somebody and all that stuff. And I was like, and then I'm assuming he told him because he immediately texted me, like, I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want to hurt you. Bitch, look what you fucking did. What you mean you didn't want to hurt me? You hurted me when you even decided to do that. When you even thought to do that. Men are so fucking trifling. But yeah, so that happened. I was a bit of a crazy bitch. Like, I went from this to this. Like, I was changing my shit like every day. I did not know who I was. I lost my full sense of self. And it took me like a year and a half, I would say, at least, to regain some sort of control or something. And one of those things was I had to give up on the fact that I'll never be the same person again. I don't know, that sounds crazy to say, but it altered me so much that I was like, I can't let this happen anymore, kind of thing. My college, one great thing about it is I did so much reflecting and so much realizing. Um, thank God my friends were there, even though they were so annoyed at my shit because I was always crying, making shady ass fucking TikToks like a stupid fucking teenager. I'm exposing myself, I know. Like, it really fucked me up. That was not a great time for me. I started a new TikTok page, deleted my old one. He really fucked me up. I lost everything in my mind, and now I'm on antidepressants still. Oh my god, I love the detail. I met him during the time with everything changed. Not only I'm gonna give you some more lore. Cause girl, it's my shit. I was in a transitional period from going to high school to college. That was one. That summer, my parents got divorced. I had to be in the middle of that. But and then like the month after, so I got into school in the middle of May, no, middle of August. And I want to say it was like towards the last week. I get a phone call saying my father died, and then all that shit happened. Yeah, do you not think I was not gonna break? Do you not think I was gonna break? Like yeah, I broke. I very much broke, honey. Very much so. So I went through so many changes. Like I literally had a mask phase. I'd only wear masculine clothing. Hence why I have facial hair now. But now I finally did dwindle down and like I feel a lot more confident, have all my like shit together, all kind of. So then I met this other guy. Almost the same thing happened, but thank God I was like using my brains a little bit, and I started to learn self-respect. I mean, that was more recently. I'm really like just tuning into myself, learning how to love myself, learning to not let people walk all over me. This guy would be like, "Oh, can you like not talk to anyone else?" Which I was like, fine. So I had like a little friends with benefits situation I dropped. Cause to be honest, I could do better. Girl, this is so TMI. I don't fucking care anymore, girl. I need to stop. I need to let loose. Like some of y'all's assholes. He had like, I don't know, it was a Lana Del Rey twink, and he told me to like not talk to anyone, which I was fine with. Like I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, JJ, like that's really toxic. Like he shouldn't be doing that. But I'm like, you know what? If you want to be exclusive, you want to be exclusive. And also, like I really wasn't losing anything. Like I'm sorry. What was I losing? A penis? I cut things off first because I was like, whoa, okay, this is too much. I was kind of going through some like body dysmorphic shit. Um, and it was a time because I gained a lot of weight. So I was 230 pounds. I've been on a weight loss journey, so now I'm at 184 and trying to get to 160. So I was like really working on myself. And during that break, I was really working on myself. And then he came back into my life. And I was like, oh, I may have apologized first because I cut things off and I felt guilty. And then we talked again. And then it was fine. I mean, we met up once and it was pretty fun. Saw his old job and shit. But then things started to take a turn. There was a little bit of some weird ass, like, I just knew something was up. Like, bitch, my intuition be so spot on. And yes, I'd be so stupid. He used my sneaky link, my friends with benefits, whatever y'all want to call it, was like using that against me and be like, how did you get over him so fast? Da 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 da. I was like, where the fuck is this coming from? He sat here and like dropped me. I was like, okay, whatever. We were friends on Facebook. I noticed he was to New York and all that stuff. After a couple months, we reconnected once more. Now, I don't remember how that one started. I really don't. There was like, I don't know. It was definitely off. And I guess he was like, well, I don't want to like be your partner or anything. Like, I really want kids. Because I also freak the fuck out because people are gonna be like, you're so young, like, you don't know this for, like, I'm pretty certain I do. Like, I'm sorry, whether you like that or not, I don't want children. Just want to live my life. And that's like a big deal breaker. Like, I don't want children. And I'd rather have someone that either is like definite no or just like, whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? Because I always feel that guilt that I'm taking that away from somebody. Now, we were talking, whatever, and we just wanted to remain friends. And then I kind of got overwhelmed, not gonna lie, when we talked for that last time. Sometimes he would text me on iMessage, and then it would be on Snapchat, and we had like two different conversations. I don't know if that ever happened to y'all, but we were just going back and forth, and then he made a joke about killing me. And I was like, what? And again, I was still learning how to like respect myself. I was not doing a good job, but this time I put my foot down and I was like, dude, what the fuck are you saying? Like, I was pissed. I was so mad. I'm like, why the fuck would you say that? That's not fucking funny. Then he was trying to excuse himself instead of apologizing like men fucking do. He was like, you should know my humor is dark and whatever. Girl, you just said you wanted to me. What do you mean that's dark humor? Huh? Then he finally apologized. I was like, thank you. I was being a little iffy with that. So I was like, I was gonna think about it. I wasn't gonna go jump right in. And then he said, I'm gonna call ice on you. And I was like, nah, fuck that. I blocked him. Or I stopped talking to him. And then in June, he texted me twice. The first time he unsent it and reblocked me. And then he tried to reach out again. And it's so clear that either he has no one else or he's desperate for love or something. But he texted me the second time and I opened it. I was like, the fuck does this man want? It was so bad. It was so bad. He was talking about like, I want you in my life as a friend or as a romantic partner. I know what I said was fucked up, bitch. You say that every fucking time. You think I'm gonna take this now? So that black button was so big and juicy. I pressed it. Listen, the relief I got, like it was like I took a laxative and I shot my brains out, but it felt so good because I got like 3 weeks worth of shit in me that needed to come out. Wow, I'm really so this is like authentically me, and I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. Like I just say shit. Hey, at least I'm not monetized, so like I can really just say what I want to say, right? I think that's pretty much everything. Join me in our self-respect journey, because honey, it's beautiful. Don't ever let a man try you. I hope y'all like this video. I don't know who's gonna see it, but if y'all like content like this, let me know, because I really want to do more of it. I hope that this can help relate to any of y'all. I don't know. I hope I can give a different perspective, but never change for somebody. Never let someone dictate who you are, and never let someone treat you as you're just a fantasy or an object. But anyways, divas, I hope you like this video and insight of my life from a random stranger on the internet. And I really hope you guys have a really good day and live the best fucking life you can ever live, and don't let ever again let a man try you, especially in this economy. I don't want to end this video, but like I just feel so happy because I'm like this. I feel like I can be myself, and that was like one of my big goals too. I just hope you guys have a good rest of your day or night or whatever the case may be, and live your life to the fullest. Anyways, I'm gonna put my bonnet on and go to sleep. Okay, bye you guys. I'll see you in the next video.